Yeah, I kind of need to pee.
Then fucking go.
Do you really?
Dude.
We'll start the episode without you while you go pee.
We're gonna act like Nate's not in the episode and that he came in.
Or I could cut it in a funny way.
I have a mental.
Come on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 34, right?
I thought 34 was the last one.
Oh, I can't read it.
This whole podcast is scripted, yet we just can't even get this part right.
This whole
like
part
we
of the
developed a singularity of dyslexia for just the beginning of this part where we can't read the second digit.
yeah, it's 30. It's too far away. I can't read it. It doesn't matter. I think it's
this is
34.
episode 30-something.
30-something. 30-some even. Odd? Who knows? Prime? Whatever not a prime number is, I forgot. We're Israel. We're starting.
I really have to read this meme. It's important.
This is the worst start to any episode.
Oh.
At least read it out loud.
It's way too long to read out loud.
Anyways, I guess I'll, what should I talk about? Just talking about how it's daylight savings and we lost an hour, so I'm just tired all the time. And I had, it's sunny until like 6:30.
Oh,
almost 7.
dude.
Yeah.
The other day, we're in California, guys, okay? This doesn't happen all the time in California.
Yeah.
I was walking to work. Instantly starts raining out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. And then the rain becomes hail for a split second and then disappears. Everything stops. It's crazy.
This is
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was all within the process of 10 fucking seconds. I'm serious. That's not even an exaggerated 10 seconds. It was a real 10 seconds.
Yeah.
By the time I had gotten out of my car and walked to work, the rain started, turned to hail, and stopped.
Yeah, the hail has been pretty crazy. It's been forming basically snow piles around town too.
This
gnarly.
episode was a Nateless episode, but looks like Nate decided to show up after all, so we're cutting out all the audio without Nate now.
Nah, I'll leave it in because it's kind of funny.
Yo, mama.
Dane, you were supposed to act like this was an 80-minute podcast, and we just cut the first good amount of it, except the intro.
What?
Oh my god, you are literally the worst to work with.
It's not true.
It's not true.
You're right, it's Ty.
Whoa.
He's never here.
This is so scary.
How can I work with him if he's not here?
I know.
He comes here for once every 4 months and is like, Melee's really good.
And then while he's not here, we're like, all Melee people are pedophile. Well, I think we've made that joke about Ty at least 3 times.
He also doesn't shower.
Oh.
Unironically.
Fact, though, because he plays Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers.
Fun fact, if you main Ness, you're a little bitch.
Yeah.
According to a chick on Bumble.
According to
That's
some random
according to a lot of
Bumble.
people, but including a chick on Bumble.
Including a chick on Bumble that we
Lucas is just way cooler.
Yeah.
He has cooler hair.
Yeah, blonde hair.
You know.
Wait a
This
second.
blonde boy. Your hair's
boys-
really dark.
Yeah. I have pretty dark blonde hair.
I don't remember it being that. I guess we don't really go outside ever.
I literally do not go outside.
No, me neither.
I
I've
go
lost all
outside-
sense of complexion.
Go outside.
No, yeah, literally all the go outside memes are about me.
Yeah.
I
No.
do not go outside. I go outside to go here,
Yeah. same here.
and
Oh no, I don't. I'm gonna go outside for that because.
I was at a park today,
Oh.
good job.
and I ate a whole pizza.
Well,
It was more like half a pizza.
baby
but-
steps.
It wasn't really good with pizza.
I've been doing cardio lately, though, so
I've been trying to, and then I forgot.
Yeah, there's a gym at my work.
Whoa.
So I
Oh yeah,
just
that was the
finished work,
Snapchat. Was
like-
you were just like, I'm naked at work.
Yeah, I was naked at work. I didn't have my pants on in that picture.
That's awesome.
Bad.
Because you're in the locker room,
Locker room.
not just at the gym naked. Although that would be a power move.
I mean,
Old people are like invincible at the gym.
Yeah,
They're always just like, yeah, I got my balls out. I don't give a damn.
and they'd say
When I
that
was
too.
in Hawaii, this guy bent over and his balls were hanging out of his shorts.
That's awesome.
One time my brother's friend came over and he was like, yo, I drove my motorcycle over here and I almost died driving home from your guys' house last time I rode the motorcycle, so I want to sleep over tonight. And we're like, okay, whatever. So he was chilling and he was just in like his pajama outfit, quote unquote, where it was like an oversized t-shirt for my brother and his boxer shorts. And he turns around and goes, hey, Dane, check this out. And he leans over and his balls just drop out of like a giant hole in the back of the boxers.
Oh my God.
And I remember I was just like,
oh, can we talk about underwear again?
okay.
I know we've talked about it once on this podcast, but now that I'm doing cardio after work every time I can, I've come to again hate underwear for having the cock hole, like front hole.
Yeah.
Because my cock rubs against that.
I've had that happen.
Really irritating.
Yeah.
To do like cardio
And just
while
have
your
it-
cock's rubbing for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So now I have to get like underwear that hugs my balls and cock. It's
called
that
the
they don't
trunks.
slide around.
Yeah. Or compression shorts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that problem because I have a small penis.
Yeah.
Well, we do know mine.
You're too far away from the microphone.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you can't fucking take it easy, bro.
Well, we're all
Short.
we're leaning in.
Yeah, and you're leaning away.
It's gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah, guys, I swear my dick's the biggest.
Yeah.
Not factual.
Yeah, how big's your dick, bro?
Flat average.
Wait.
So-
Oh, can we do it to him?
I think mine's half an inch longer than average.
Mine is.
But
Hear
it
that,
shifts so much
ladies?
though. That's the thing. Is like
Yeah, every time babies are born, the average drops by like 4 inches. So,
I don't know.
Fuck the baby.
I don't think
wait,
they
no, not
measure
um,
erect infant penis.
that. Maybe. You never know. You're not a doctor. You don't know.
anyways, so like you know how like your eyeballs never grow,
Wait.
like
Yeah.
the same size your whole life.
Yeah.
What if your dick was like that?
That would suck.
Like,
Monster big-
or maybe it wouldn't. No,
you
I
have
think it would
Yeah,
suck
that would
all
not
around.
be okay.
Well-
It would suck until you're about like 18.
No, poopy diaper? That would suck.
oh yeah, with like adult-sized dick.
No, that's
No,
what I mean. Is
Because
like
also, like, if you're like the dad or something, and you're like, man, my kid is gonna have a bigger dick than me.
Oh,
Or you're like, oh man, my son has a small dick. I feel bad.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
You know.
that's rough.
yeah.
And then also, it's just like weird. 'cause
Our
it's,
penises
like-
would definitely have to adapt in some other way because we would get so many UTIs of just poop.
Yeah, poop
into
and
diapers.
piss all up in your poopy.
That's true.
pissy
I didn't
You
poop.
just have to
about
wear a
that.
condom at all times.
You'd have to have like a cock diaper and an ass diaper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you had a
basically-
baby dick. Then-
Yeah, unless then it's like but you don't want to be like the dad pulling up.
You don't
want
want to. You don't want to be the guy who's like, yeah, I wore baby dick diapers.
Unless you.
No.
you
That would
do
be
wanna
something
that guy.
good.
Because then
It'd
it's
be
like, that means you have a huge penis.
yeah.
No, if you have a huge penis, you wear the double diaper.
All right, babe. I'm in the
Right, you-
tampon aisle.
Like
What size pussy you get?
if you had such a big dick that you needed the dick diaper and the shit diaper.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, that's what's up, ladies.
Yeah.
But if you're saying I had to wear the baby dick diaper,
Oh, okay.
where your dick is so small it fits into your shit diaper,
Yeah.
it's like
That's
Damn,
when it would be.
That's rough.
that's humiliating.
But also, you know, like.
Sorry,
you're-
short penis guys out there.
It's okay.
I would say I feel for you, but I don't.
I don't.
He literally does not.
I remember there was a Snapchat. When the Snapchat stories first came out, where it was like random news articles. One of the first ones I remember was living with a micro penis. And my friends and I thought that was the funniest thing.
But like, imagine for a second though, like we were talking about it earlier, like the certain people with like literal like arms down there.
Oh yeah,
It's just
a
it's
third leg.
gigantic.
We weren't talking about earlier
We have
today.
talked
Not
about
earlier
it
today, just-
on
On the
general.
podcast, I was like, I don't remember.
Yeah, but like
Did I
you're
go
like
to
a
a fugue
you're like an infant and your penis is bigger than you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like, dude. And then you're in kindergarten.
I think
Like
there's
you wouldn't be. You would have to wear pants. It's hot.
Yeah.
Nope, you have to wear pants.
have to wear pants.
And also, when it's hot, you know, it gets saggier.
Yeah,
So then, like, would your
get
balls
loose.
be the same size?
I don't know.
Because then it's like
No, they wouldn't be because that has to relate to puberty. But so does the growth of the penis too. So
Well, let's just
already
throw it
had
out the window. Let's just throw puberty out the window. For
can
a
I just
second.
say I wish my balls grew when I got a boner?
Why?
Just something about the idea of them getting bigger is pretty awesome.
I mean, okay.
I think they technically do.
I mean, mine probably don't because I'm squeezing him.
Yeah.
Jeez. But let's just throw puberty out the window for a second. You know?
Okay.
It's just
We're
you're
babies
born.
for our entire lives. Okay.
No, shut the fuck up. You get bigger,
Toronto.
but you stay as if you were in like your voice is deep, quote unquote. All that happens is that you get
You're just like a bigger baby. Like your proportions stay the same.
yeah, like
but
you
you're just
don't
bigger.
like yeah, you just become bigger. Like your facial features do not change at all.
Like a melt.
You're just bigger.
I think
Yeah.
you would feel like melty because like baby fat. Like if you just kept growing and baby fat was like the same. you'd
Yeah.
have like a soggy, melty face.
Ugh.
Or what if like you like you spawn with like body hair?
You spawn. You mean you're born?
Is spawn wrong?
That'd be spawn.
Spawn doesn't feel right.
But you're spawn.
You are. Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
The spawn point's the vajayjay.
Yeet.
dude, I need to find
Press
another
extra-
spawn point.
Dude, what if like it was like a video game where you die and you respawn, but like no one just wants to go through the embarrassment of being like a full-grown adult coming out of a vagina?
You're just like in like
Yeah,
a
it's like-
hospital. You just
Like
come out.
it's like you can respawn, but you would have to violently end your mother's life
Yeah,
by like being a human inside her uterus.
for a split second just for you to
yeah.
exit.
Just come out and just be like, "Well, I'm ready to fight the boss." But then you die.
Zero deaths, let's go.
But the boss was actually chronic illness.
The boss is like your employer.
Oh,
Genocide run.
This is an Undertale, dude.
dude!
Shut up.
I mean, at the end of
Didn't
the
Ty
day,
gift you Undertale and then you never downloaded it?
he will come to my house just to play Undertale on my computer.
He does that with Fallout New Vegas, and he was like, "I can beat this in like 10 minutes." 2 hours
That's
later.
Yeah.
So I'm at the first place.
Yeah.
Remember that time I was like, hey guys, come over for my birthday? And then Ty was like, yeah. And then he just came to my house and played on my Switch. This is like a trend. Do you remember that time? The first time Ty was on the podcast.
Oh, it's this
and
time
he
of the
comes in
podcast.
and he starts playing Zelda on your DS.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. No, was it Pokemon? I don't
No, I doubt it was
Because he
Pokemon.
was stealing from the shopkeeper in Link's
Oh.
Awakening.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember things like that very vividly.
I don't like I'm pretty worn out with going over to friends' houses and playing video games.
Yeah.
Like that's usually not why I go to a friend's house at this point. I make exceptions for like for some I still have a soft spot for some reason for Call of Duty and Halo multiplayer at a friend's house. Like that never got old for me. But I would always go to this one friend's house when I was like in elementary school.
It's Ty, guys.
It wasn't Ty. This is before Ty. This is elementary school. And I would go over to this friend's house, and all we would do was play video games. I'd be like, you have like a whole band kit, like a drum kit and a guitar downstairs. Like, let's go do that. Or like, you have a pool. Let's go swimming. This dude has a zip line. It's like, let's go on the zip line. And he's like, no, I'd rather play Legend of Zelda Warriors.
Ew.
I know.
What the
just-
hell?
I
That
couldn't.
kid definitely wears Yeezys now because he has no taste.
No, he does not wear Yeezys. A Skechers guy.
Even worse. Sorry, Israel.
Hey, man, I just wear my Skechers for work.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just that just wore me out so much with just like those kinds of games. And then I got worn out of Smash Brothers probably senior year of high school. And that's when Ty really got into it.
Because you guys were playing it like every day.
Yeah, in class. I don't know if we ever told us. No, I definitely did.
You
Yeah,
did.
probably.
Yeah.
Oh, ow, fuck.
Yeah, I'm just kind of
Burned out.
I would not consider myself I feel like it'd be cheating actual gamers to call myself a gamer.
Yeah, I don't feel like
I think I stopped being a gamer 2 years ago.
Yeah. Like I still play video games, and for some reason I still get excited about video games, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna play that.
Like, I will definitely pick up Pokemon Diamond and Pearl again.
Yeah.
But I'm reading the Tsukihime remake 3 times before I even finish Pokemon Diamond once.
Oh, yeah. I bought 3 Pokemon games.
You've told this story.
Yeah, but I didn't play any of them. Like just retelling.
I feel like we've moved on because like I was never really a gamer, but I feel like we've just moved on to different things. There's
Yeah.
certain things that are like more worthwhile.
Yeah, like anime.
Yeah, but the thing is that
Okay, dude.
I'm still playing video games, but it's like Apex Legends.
Yeah, it's like
It's not a game you finish.
that's
Yeah.
the only game I play.
Fortnite is like eating Skittles as a game. or more like nerds.
They put
it's
Chun-Li's
just straight.
ass in Fortnite.
That was awesome.
And now I can't stop thinking about it. I don't even play Fortnite.
And it's crazy.
But Nate just sent us the snap of
They didn't.
Chun-Li's ass.
They didn't dumb it down either.
I was
They
like,
kept it
that is
legit.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, like unironically,
And Nate bought it.
nice move, Epic Games.
Yeah.
I hate your
was
video
epic.
game, but that was a good fucking move.
Yeah.
Poggers, one could.
They also just put Raven in the game, so we pogging.
Oh,
Wait, they put Raven in?
Yeah.
Like the Teen Titans Raven?
Yes. The cool Raven.
Dude, I might have to buy that skin too. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna sell my account to some horny like 12-year-old.
Fuck, sell it to me so I can just look at Chun-Li's ass.
you can go on. Anyways,
You could just look up Chun-Li ass Fortnite GIF.
Fortnite.
I'm doing it right now.
Here you go.
But yeah, like Apex Legends is like eating chips. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a little more savory. It's probably a tiny bit healthier for you,
A little bit.
but
It's still like basic concept is there.
it's just junk food. Like,
Yeah.
it's really.
It's just like whatever.
It's like
You don't have to
shouldn't-
think too much.
It shouldn't be fun anymore, but it is.
Yeah, I feel like what's so fun about it is it's just like kind of in a sense it's mindless.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to think too hard.
No.
You don't want to.
Yeah. I wanna. There's this Kino ni. What is it? Israel? Do you remember the name? The JRPG that I've been playing. The Kuni no.
No, the Ghibli game?
Yeah.
Why would I know that? I hate Ghibli.
You don't hate Ghibli? Why do you hate Ghibli?
Dude.
You know why. We don't need to talk about it.
No, why would
Wait, why
no,
do
no,
you
no.
hate-
We're
I
getting
just-
into
no,
this
no,
now.
Why do you hate Ghibli?
Why would you hate Ghibli, the most celebrated anime studio next to Pixar?
I just don't like their movies.
You've seen like 3 out of like 26.
Yeah, and isn't it interesting that the 4 that I've seen, I haven't liked any of them.
How do you not?
Which ones have you seen?
Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service,
Which is I don't like it
Yeah,
either.
that one's
I think it's fine.
the other one that we watched together.
Whisper of the Heart, which is an acquired, like that one's an underground. Like that one's not. As
that
And,
takes a
um,
while to get used to.
I watched Ponyo. I did like Ponyo.
Okay. And you
Okay.
probably like Totoro.
I did not watch Totoro yet.
It's like the same movie, but not.
I watched
Listen, all I'm saying is I'd much rather watch this Fortnite Chun-Li ass gif all day than watch one Ghibli
Did you
movie.
find it?
Yeah, dude, check.
Oh wow.
Wow.
He found it. I mean, I'm not assuming it's hard to find. I'm just like, huh? Yeah.
I think you're using hate too strongly.
You know I use hate a lot
he uses
when
it
I
quite.
should
Still
say
hurts,
dislike.
Where it's
That just hurt. That hurt Dane a little.
that hurt.
Yeah. Dane literally spent
That doesn't change
quite
the
a
fact.
long time working on a letterboxed review of all
Yeah, of
I'm
every
aware.
movie.
of all of the movies.
And I
Also,
commend him for it because
my
I would not
second
be able to
most
sit through
favorite
all of those
movie-
movies.
Maybe
is-
you would.
what is
Dude,
the-
you've watched some bad anime.
I know. And I sit there and I say it's bad, and then I don't watch the next season.
Yeah.
So
But the whole season is shorter than a 2-hour max movie.
I'm saying all the shitty anime I've watched has not added up to the same amount of Ghibli movies that I've watched.
what? No, that has to be. Wait.
No.
I mean, maybe.
You've watched what?
But how bad were they? Like, how bad were the Ghibli movies? Were you like those were awful, or you just didn't like them?
They're just uninteresting. I've seen one anime movie that I was like, this is straight up just garbage.
Which one?
I can't even remember what it's called. It's that bad. Like, it's so bad, I don't even bother remembering it. It's about some, like, girl whose dad dies, and she's like, I need to get revenge on everyone responsible. And then, like, the daughter of the guy who kills her dad is like, actually, I'm a super badass. And then a giant CGI robot dog exists, and that just kills the whole vibe.
Nice.
Okay.
But I'm looking at Chun-Li's ass right now.
Put the phone away. Pissed off, man. You're pissing me
wait,
off.
what was this? What was your second favorite movie?
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. What's number one?
Ladybird.
Oh my god, how could you not know that?
Why would you
I
not
don't know. Dane watches a lot of movies. Maybe it changed.
No, it did not change. I watched it just 2 weeks ago and was like, no, yeah, this is still my favorite movie.
Still hits.
I remember Gage was like, how could you watch your favorite movie so much and still consider it your favorite?
Dude,
Because it's my favorite.
Gage is such a weirdo.
Gage has like lukewarm takes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not hot.
Yeah, they're not hot.
They're just
And
like,
it takes like 3 seconds to be like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And then he doubles down, but like doesn't like
He doesn't
elaborate.
He doesn't get it
Yeah, he's just like, no, I'm right, and it's like, how? And he's like,
because I am.
Dude, I don't look like a fucking pelican.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Shut up and go outside.
Gage mastered Snapchat though.
Oh man,
Gage was so funny.
I love that
Now he's
picture
in
of
the
him and
military.
Tim's. I'm so glad I masterminded that. That is probably my most like proudest achievement.
I added that to my favorites folder on my phone. I was scrolling through my camera roll and I was like, oh, saving that one.
Gotta say that one.
Can you send that to me? I think I have it like lost in my files, but now I have a favorites folder, so I want to put it in mine.
Okay, I'll do that.
So me and Ty were talking about who we would want to live with in San Francisco because we don't know who we'd live with, but obviously it's a relatively diverse school.
Yeah.
And we were like, honestly, it would be kind of sick to live with anyone, including a frat guy. Because, wait, this was Ty and I's reasoning.
Okay.
Because we would actually leave the house.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Because otherwise, if we, if it's just because the frat guy wants to go to parties,
The problem is though, is he's gonna be out at parties, and by the time all of you guys are back to the apartment, he's gonna be back and drunk.
And fucking.
And also, the likelihood of him raping somebody is higher than the average.
well-
And I hold on. Before we move on from the rape point, Nathan,
Yes.
you're a pretty cute guy.
Okay.
Don't get raped, please.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was like, okay, well, also, side note, I will be having cowboy boots by this time.
Oh, okay. He's
You're good. You're good.
Which I think would be very funny because I will have long hair and earrings, but I will have cowboy boots. So I feel like it would scare people because they would see the cowboy boots and associate that with racism and xenophobia and be like, I'm scared of this guy.
No, if you've got pointed cowboy boots,
no one's
then
gonna
you're in
be
the clear.
scared of you, Nathan.
That's the
You
meme.
can kick
It's
my
a
ass. And I'm
meme.
not scared of
It's
you.
a meme.
You're like 3 feet tall.
Dude. Okay. Can the meme be that I'm 3 feet tall?
What?
Just cut this part out. But can the meme be that I'm 3 feet tall?
But Nate, I'm not cutting this part out.
Man,
This is
damn
such a
it!
dumb joke. Like,
Anyway, God damn it! I'm so upset.
I'm so glad that I'm basically the producer of
You're
this.
God.
I'm just basically God. I've cut out entire segments of this podcast nobody ever knows.
Oh, man.
There are parts where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I said something or someone said something fucked up. And then I'll like listen back to the episode. I'm like, it's not there. Let me re-listen to it just to make sure.
Yeah, I make sure it's seamless.
Back to the rape part. I don't think I'm gonna get raped. I highly doubt I would get raped. But going back to your point about this frat guy raping people, me and Ty is very liberal, like much more liberal than I am.
Yeah.
Where's
I
this
feel like-
going?
We would be like, hey, because Ty would actually speak up, and if the guy was giving off rapey vibes, Ty would be like, dude, that's fucked up.
I'm not that
That's
liberal,
right,
and I would
guys.
still.
Only liberals hate rapists.
I was
What the
not
fuck
saying
are you
that.
saying?
I would call him out, and I wouldn't consider myself super
Well-
liberal.
That wasn't my point. Okay, I'm
I don't see what your point is.
Please get to the point. We're very confused.
Okay, I misspoke. I did not mean that. I understand that it came out as if because he was liberal, he would be against it. That's not what I meant. I was just saying, Ty. I could see Ty being like, "Hey, that's fucked up." That's my point.
I could see any decent human being
Yeah.
saying,
That's
hey,
the thing.
that's
That's the
fucked
thing.
up.
Is that a lot of rape is so prevalent.
Would
a
you
lot of-
sit there and be like, well,
Well, dude, that's the thing. Is that happens? People just stand by and they're just like, well.
I wouldn't.
But that's exactly. You wouldn't, but there's a reason why it's so prevalent. It's because
Yeah.
people just sit there and they're like,
Okay, I
well,
see
it's
what
not
you
happening to
mean.
me.
But why would you say, would you? Would you stand by?
That's the thing. No,
Are you
I don't
liberal?
know. Dude? Nah, I'm libertarian. Anyway,
Libertarian.
Those aren't contradictory things.
Libertarians don't
I'm not
have any
saying it
morals.
is. Anyway,
That's a sentence.
I've never been in that situation, so I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I would know what to do.
Just rape the rapist.
Honestly,
Like, I'm horny.
Well, that's oftentimes why people rape is because they themselves are either molested or sexually harassed. It's a vicious cycle.
I don't know, dude. Because it's like,
Well, that's not all the time. But that's a
well,
pretty
'cause here's the thing: a majority of rapists are dudes.
yeah.
Right?
A majority of rapists are actually rapists.
Well, they're either lacked attention or were molested. Those are like the two main causes of probably becoming a rapist.
Okay. So you're suggesting that a majority of
Because okay, We're getting into some murky waters right
Yeah.
here.
Let's state for the record,
For the record,
we are all stupid.
we all don't listen to this.
Don't listen to us.
Take this with not even a grain of salt. Take this with a within atoms.
Take
like
it for granted.
yeah,
Take this for a proton.
yeah. But
Anyways,
but rape isn't
Good.
good, and it's more so a power thing than a sex thing.
well, yeah.
Yeah. So if it isn't a sex thing, then it's not going to be like, oh, I'm the horniest person on the planet. I need to rape.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually. Well, I don't even say usually, but
Uh-huh.
in most cases you hear about. So, and for someone to want power, they're either a psychopath, which is highly possible if you're that crazy enough to do something as morally repulsive, or B, be completely neglected, where you develop like super dark hatred and like
Well, yeah. That's like kind of ties into the guy that shot up that Asian massage parlor.
yeah.
Where he was quote unquote addicted to porn. And then like he did it because like he was taking it out on, like he was like somehow so
This is the one that
horny.
just happened in Atlanta.
Yeah, this just happened. He was like
I didn't hear about this.
This was like yesterday.
yeah, he
Damn.
was like
Yeah.
so angry and horny that like I'm obviously I don't know all the details and I'm summarizing a lot.
Yeah.
But he killed these people because he was upset that he was
Yeah.
horny. I don't really know.
It's the
But
thing is,
they're trying to say that it's not racially motivated, even though it definitely is.
yeah. Well, it's like there's never one cause for a specific thing. It probably wasn't just because he was addicted to porn.
It was
He
like
was addicted to Asian porn.
yeah, I think that was part of it too. Was that it was
Yeah.
Asian porn in specific, so he felt the need to kill.
Which would make it racist.
Should have just
Yes.
sat at home and looked at Chun-Li's ass.
Or not, because he was addicted, and that's why.
I don't know.
But he was also, like,
he was
sick
obviously
in the head.
mentally
Yeah.
ill. He looks
Yeah, he looks a little.
Are we judging people how they look now?
Yes.
yeah.
think
Have you
Martin Luther
seen
King
Have you
Jr.
seen this guy?
Teach you a lesson. Yeah, pull him up.
Okay, I don't know.
Your
My
phone's right there.
phone is right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but that can things like that don't just spur out of like a single like singularity vacuum kind of thing. It's not just like a single point where it's it's the argument. It's like, oh, like video games cause violence. It's like, no, that's not the correlation. It's probably because the kid plays a lot of video games because he feels like neglected, possibly.
And has violent urges.
Yeah, and has violent urges because he's frustrated.
He looks like Tom Holland with a long beard.
Well, show
Oh,
me. Does he actually?
Yeah, he totally does.
Oh, he totally does.
Ah, man.
My man, Tom Holland. That sucks.
But anyway, going back to
The Times of Israel.
I don't even know, man.
That's the
That's me.
But yeah,
that's
bottom
the-
line, don't rape people. And
Yes.
if you see someone giving off weird vibes, punch them in the dick.
Yeah.
Well, maybe don't do that because that's assault.
Or
They were about to rape. I never. Yeah.
I would say, if it came to that, like, yeah, I guess physical harm against them would be the way to
physically
go.
getting in the way, or at the bare minimum, being like, dude, don't do that.
Yeah, but I would, if somebody's willing to, do that to
They need
somebody,
to be like,
I would anonymously like tip the school, and if they're the classic
it.
school thing, or just get testimony.
Like have like undeniable evidence. Like
Yeah.
that person definitely raped that person.
Yeah,
I feel like I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't be able to see it get to that point. I'd be like, okay, because I feel like I've never been in a situation where this has occurred, but I feel like it's so like, where would this take place? Where like, because I feel like you would want to, because sex is usually a private act, and like I'm assuming.
we started this conversation.
Parties.
How do we?
Frat bros.
How you wanted to room with this man.
Well, not this guy.
You brought up the
You
rape.
brought up the rape. I was just saying a guy that goes to parties. The guy that goes to parties and the guy that rapes are very different people.
Well,
Anyway,
are they?
that's a question.
You
for
saw
another
intro play
Music.
time. What was I saying?
is bad.
That's it. That's the end of the video.
Wait, what was it? What was I saying though? Oh yeah. Rape, private sex behind closed doors.
Yeah.
I feel like also you like the rapist knows that rape is wrong.
Yeah.
So they don't want people to see them.
Right.
So they would do it in a place where no one can see them. So then, like, how do you, like, I guess in, like, the craziness of a party, you see a guy going upstairs with a girl.
Yeah.
You assume that it's consensual, but you don't know. You have no way of knowing.
Well,
And it's like, do you want to, like, knock on the door and be like, hey, is this consensual?
Anyone getting raped in here?
Yeah, anyone getting raped? Like, I mean, honestly, like, what do you do?
yeah. No, yeah. That's
like-
you have to like watch for like
Yeah.
you have to learn the signs.
And that's
basically.
like terrifying.
Yeah.
Because there was a thing at actually, you guys don't want me to mention the school you guys are going to, do you?
I don't care. I don't know if Israel cares though.
Do you care where I mention where you're going to school next year?
I kind of care, but
Okay, anyway, there was a situation at this school where a lot of fraternities were being called out for rape. Like a
Yeah.
lot. And it was such a problem that the school had to shut down all of the fraternities, but no one got arrested, to my knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Where it's like anonymously tip it to the school, and then I was gonna say like, or the school does the classic thing where they just don't do anything.
Yeah, it's like, how?
Yeah.
How do you find nothing? It's because obviously the rapist isn't going to come forward and say, oh, yeah, I raped someone.
Yeah.
But you would expect that there would be one decent person in their friend group, if you could even call it that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is it's usually probably like a hush hush kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
So,
like,
you know,
it's just like,
or blackmail.
it's just really sketchy.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I was thinking about how there's like this, it's like a saying almost, how a lot of women know other women, or they themselves have been like molested or raped, or like in some way had some sort of very not okay sexual advance towards them.
Yeah.
But not many guys know rapists or guys that do that stuff.
Yeah.
And how it's like just that.
Is it just
that
like the
weird-
same, like really small, like
Well, it
group,
only
or-
takes one guy to go up to 25 women in a day and be like, "Let me touch your pussy."
Yeah, it's like the one guy with confidence is probably going around all these
But
people.
is that? I
That's a
don't think
possibility.
I don't think that's confidence.
Oh no, that's what that's
That's
a,
like-
a certain type of confidence.
Yeah, that's like a very that's like the serial
or more so
serial
like
killer type.
yeah,
You know
where it's
what I
more
mean?
like weird apathy kind
Like
of
they
thing.
like their ego almost.
Yeah.
Like they're like nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm fine.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you're gonna get caught. Hopefully.
Yeah,
Because I mean, I don't know any rapists.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
any.
mean, like that's the thing is like we could. I don't think any of us in this room, obviously.
Also, in like a bigger city, like one person could be closer to like a lot of people,
Yeah, and it's like
a lot easier.
well, also at parties, it's like, and specifically frats, it's like what, like 20 dudes, and then it's like a constant rotation of females.
Yeah,
Like it's bound to, like it could be one of those 20 guys that's doing it,
yeah,
and the other 19 might not even know.
yeah,
Like that's like maybe they see signs, but that's the thing too. Is like you may see a sign, but
Yeah.
it's like this is my friend, you know. So you're like, what do you? It's just like
You always give your friend the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, which is like.
I don't.
It's like you have like this veil over your eyes where it's like you may be able to see it, but you think of it in a different way,
Yeah,
which is like obviously not okay. But it's like it's just an overall very shitty situation,
yeah.
and I think that rapists should be killed.
Okay.
I mostly agree.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like, you know,
Killed though.
I don't know.
I don't know. Death penalty is pretty. Like I
Or at least,
look.
or be.
I'm somebody
I
who's
would
like-
say
yeah, they should
there
be
would
beat
have to be like absolute concrete evidence.
Well, like Dahmer, he was the serial like cannibalist rapist, right? Like
Yeah.
the crazy one.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like okay. Yeah. You know. You
No,
guys,
I don't think people like him should die. I think people like him should like have their body split open and like be forced to kept alive while they're like suffering.
Okay.
Or just like, or like a rapist should definitely be beat up. You know what I mean? Like they're not.
By like
they're not.
50 cops
They're not
with like
dead.
spike batons.
But they're just
Yeah.
beat senseless. You know. And obviously, in no way would
I
that
feel like
referend.
you're projecting
happened?
right now. You want to tell something?
Yeah. Dane's
not-
Cub Scout
Oh my-
leader.
No,
That did not happen.
that did not
That
happen.
did not happen. But the Asian woman is true.
Nate.
Awesome.
I will
Awesome,
neither confirm nor deny.
I hate women. I'm
I had
gay
this
now.
stream once where
Can we flip that?
I had this
Someone
stream
clip it.
once where I had to testify
Sexually.
in court because Dane was accused of rape, and I was
What?
and I was one of the like people court asked me to they asked me to
A
come in to
juror?
be like
A juror
they
or
were
a witness?
no they wanted me to like testify that Dane was a good person.
Oh, okay.
And when they were like, "Do you think Dane raped this woman?" And I was like, "No." And they're like, "Why?" And I said, "I would sooner believe that I had died and been resurrected in an alternate universe where Dane's a rapist than I would believe that Dane's a rapist."
Dang. Homies.
Okay, so we got the good ending on that.
we got the
dream.
good one.
Okay, cool.
Not bad.
I thought you were gonna be like, yes. Like, what?
Get trolled, Dane. 30 years in prison.
It's like one of those dreams where it's like, bro, wouldn't it be crazy if I did this thing I wouldn't normally do?
And then you do it.
And then you do it.
And then you're like, oh, man.
It's like those recurring dreams where I was like, bro, wouldn't it be crazy if I fell down a bottomless pit, even though I'm just sitting here in my office desk?
oh,
And
man,
that
wouldn't it be
happens.
crazy if I started packing up while the girl I like is standing right there? Oh, my God. Oh, wait, I would do that.
I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to clean up the stuff.
Clean up the stuff.
I have to clean up the stuff. Oh, but she's so hot.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Just had to let that one out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been looking at Chun-Li's ass like half this podcast.
Yeah.
How would you rate it?
Pretty good. Like, out of all video game asses, I'd say that's probably in the top 10 at least.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of video game asses, but
Me neither.
it's
What was
pretty
it?
fucking good.
It's Tracer? I don't know.
No,
No.
no way. No way.
Man.
Tracer doesn't even make it in the top 100.
Nerf this. That's not Tracer.
Shit.
That's
Out of it.
Diva.
Diva, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that, but it was just.
So is
No,
also,
if-
isn't she a minor?
If who?
Is she?
Dane.
Maybe she is.
I think she
she's
is.
Like, I think she's like 15.
Yikes.
He's
I never
talking, he's
saw it.
explicitly talking about the cosplayers. So
Yeah.
it's okay. We don't know her age though. But if there was like one ass in Overwatch that had a chance at making it in top 10,
Oh, no, she's
top
19.
100, it would be Widowmaker's ass.
Okay.
That's
Loba.
Widowmaker's got like the curves. You know?
Like we went from,
rape
rape.
to damn. That's
we
not
were on
fair.
the dam first
Yeah.
when we were talking about Chun-Li's ass, and then Dane brought up rape.
As
Yeah.
he does.
Well, and then Nate was like, let's go.
Let's go. And then I was like, yeah, rapists should be killed.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not saying.
Especially rapists of minors.
So pedophiles?
Like
Yeah.
extra death.
Yeah, pedophiles are.
Resurrected
Yeah.
just to be killed again.
I want like have you guys seen the movie Mirrors?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's like a horror movie. I've only seen one scene of it, and it's this basically there's this like demon or ghost in this mirror that can like make you do stuff if you're in the restroom where the mirror is.
Yeah.
And this girl is taking a bath, and the mirror version of herself grabs her like jaw and pulls on her jaw harder and harder and harder until
Ooh.
she rips her own jaw off and like opens up like her chest because she just rips this giant
That's pretty intense.
Dang, okay.
area of flesh off of her, and it's pretty horrifying.
Okay.
But I think we need to do that to pedophiles.
Oh,
Okay, I was wondering where you were going with that.
Just absolutely ruin their
Life.
like any chance at living comfortably
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair, I think.
in a painful manner, and then cut their balls and dicks off.
Okay.
And if it's a woman, put concrete in the vagina.
There's this thing that I saw. It was on Reddit, so take this with a grain of salt. But this guy was talking about like the crazy things that can happen, like personality things, and like people have a stroke or they get like a tumor in their brain. Mm-hmm. And this guy, what it was is this guy, his brain got pushed to the outer edges of his skull. Like the middle of his skull was empty, and his brain lined his skull.
How? What?
That
How?
sounds really dangerous.
Yeah,
How did that
but he was
happen?
alive.
Gee. Well, how? Like, do they know why that happened? Jesus.
Yeah. Anyways, but then people are talking about like the crazy things that the brain can do with like, despite lack of like, if like a normal person were to hear that, they'd be like, that person shouldn't be alive, but somehow that person is. And one of them was this dude had a brain tumor in a specific part of the brain, and they like started having weird like sexual thoughts towards children, and they were like, okay, that's not something I normally do. So they talked to his wife about it, and his wife is like, yeah, that's not normal. Like, that's pretty bad. And he's like, let's try to figure this out. And then he got a CAT scan. That's the one where it's like
I think
the
so.
brain scan.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and they found a tumor, and they took it out, and it gone. His like pedophilic thoughts left, and then they came back, and he got scanned again, and they're like, "Oh, we missed a part of the tumor," and they took it out, and he hasn't had like any of those thoughts since.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Or maybe not, he is a pedophile and then he does pedophilia things. They're like, there's no way he had the tumor taken out.
Yeah, maybe.
And he's just
it's the perfect crime.
the perfect crime. That's wow.
Yeah,
So
Welcome to Special Victims.
if you like kids, go get your brain scanned because there might be something wrong with your brain.
yeah.
There was like I think it was a Vice thing where like this guy was like, I know I'm a pedophile, but I know it's wrong.
I think I remember seeing that.
Or maybe
I don't care. I
maybe it
still want to
wasn't
rip your
Vice.
fucking face off.
Like he hasn't done anything,
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
but he was like I hate living with myself because I know this is how I feel and I know it's wrong.
That's the weird thing is we literally like can't really fathom the perspective of somebody who is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Like we know it's like super wrong, and they do too. But the thing is, their brain works in a way where it's like
That's
like the Louis
that's-
C.K. thing, where it's like they must think it's really good if they're literally risking everything.
Yeah, it's
Right.
To
like
be a pedophile.
maybe that's like a similar thing with rapists.
Yeah.
You know. Well, also
No, yeah.
the power thing, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe it's the same thing with
Maybe-
rapists. No, that's a literal rapist we're talking about right now, Tate.
Oh, yeah.
Or Nate.
Yeah. True. He's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like can't I watched a video about like cannibalism where it's like different tribes had cannibalism, where a lot of them it's a spiritual aspect, and for us it's cannibalism is really bad, like don't do that. But for a lot of these other tribes, it's embedded in their culture that it is a good thing in very specific circumstances. Like there was one tribe where they ate the dead, like a person would die naturally and then they'd eat
Yeah.
them, and then they feel like it lived on in each person's spirit.
As long as they're not killing people to eat them, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as long as they're cooking it.
Apparently the only cannibalistic tribe still left is like in Papua New Guinea, and they're still not even sure if that's like they're actually still cannibals. So
Who knows, man? Or maybe those people with like the those people on that island with the bows and arrows who have never been like contacted really, and every time someone tries to contact
That
them, they
might
just
be
kill
what
them.
Dane's
yeah,
talking about.
that might be in Papua New Guinea or in
No.
the African Congo.
No, they're like on an island.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe it is. I have no idea. I don't know the exact name, but it's I'm not sure if you guys are aware of like the whole David Dobrik situation.
oh no! What happened to David
That is-
Dobrik?
So David Dobrik is a very big YouTuber.
Yeah,
I already
like a
hate him.
Big
Yeah,
vlogger.
yeah. He's
He's
pretty
friends with
annoying.
Josh Peck
Yeah.
from Drake and Josh.
So basically, he has been getting a lot of allegations. I don't know all of them, but the one in specific that I do recall is people are saying that he has been taking advantage of his friends and stuff, which makes sense considering he's a very big YouTuber.
Yeah,
And so Trisha Paytas, who used to date his friend Jason Nash, was saying that David would tell her to do things, and if she said no, she wouldn't be in the videos. But like the things that he wanted her to do were like not okay, according to her. I don't know the exact, but like basically
Yeah.
like, weird things, like weird sexual jokes with Jason.
yeah.
And there was one specific one where they had this is like from one of the old videos. This guy that they knew was going to be making out with this other girl, Corinna. And then they swapped Corinna for Jason, who was an older guy. And so this guy was making out with Jason, thinking it was Corinna. And they're like, oh, gotcha. Which is like, it's a funny prank, but that's like a sexual assault. And so then that guy was like, hey,
He was cool with sexual assault with a girl, though.
no.
No, he thought he was making
thought he
out
was
with the
making out
girl.
with the girl. Like that was like the whole thing. And then they're like, no, you're not making out with the girl. You're making out with this dude. Ha, got you. And then that guy was like, that was sexual assault. And then this other guy, Scotty, who is friends with, he has so many fucking rich, annoying friends. He was like,
Yeah, I don't know why people worshipped him for a little while.
it
was like
I don't know. It was mainly
Mr.
like
Beast
it was
level.
like 14-year-old girls, dude.
Yeah.
Like it was not.
No, I had like friends who were like 18 and dudes that were like, yeah, David Dobrik, bro, let's go, let's get it.
I don't know.
And you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I liked some of his videos. I was like, oh, he's kind of cool, and then I thought he was funny. But then I just stopped watching him because I grew out of it. 'Cause,
yeah.
you know, I matured. Anyway,
As
as you do,
Chun-Li Fortnite.
Chun-Li Fortnite.
Dude, you don't have to be a kid to know that shit's hot.
But fuck, I got interrupted by Chun-Li's ass.
David Dobrik.
David Dobrik. He was like, Scotty, David's friend, was like, hey, it's fine because there's this text message of you saying that you're fine with that, like with making out with Jason, as long as you get clout and money. And then like there's this whole thing where it's like, oh, but he wasn't okay. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he just said that.
Yeah.
And there's been constant things of David Dobrik basically being accused of using his friends. And there's like old podcast clips of him like his like publicist was talking about how David made her cry. And like David
That's
was
fucked
like,
up.
and David was like, no, I didn't do that. Basically essentially gaslighting her.
Yeah.
On my podcast like this.
Yeah.
And stuff like that has been coming up. He talked about how him and his friends were anti-Semitic in high school. And like the teacher would make Jew jokes and everyone thought it was awesome.
Whoa.
Just like really,
Where are they from?
I don't know where he's from.
America, probably.
I think the
mean, yeah.
Midwest.
Everywhere is
feel like it would have-
anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
But still, just like not great. And so Ethan Klein has been making a lot of videos and talking about
Well,
it.
that's funny because Ethan Klein's a piece of shit too. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ethan Klein. I think about like, is there anything that we've said that would get us
Yeah,
canceled?
that's the whole thing is because there's these really old things.
Yeah.
That like obviously David was probably like our age, maybe a little bit older when he did
Yeah.
all these things. So I'm thinking, okay, if we were to do something like that, and then we got older,
Yeah.
like, because we've said some pretty not okay.
Yeah.
things.
But the thing is, it's like, it's in the mind. We're not like doing any harm at the same time, though. You know what I mean?
I mean,
I don't
that's
know.
that's the
That's
thing.
the
It's like,
weird
he's gonna
gray
cancel
area of a
something
joke.
I
he
haven't
said.
abused any power for sexual favors.
No,
yet,
me neither.
so-
I haven't abused power in anything except for the editing, where I use it to make things less risque.
Where he just bullies me. Guys, I'm not 3 feet tall.
You said you wanted to be 3 feet tall.
Because I thought it would be funny, but now I realize that's stupid.
Yeah.
I've matured.
And that, us making fun of you was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
As we talk about abusing friends. But that's the thing. I constantly think about the gray area of like not PC jokes.
Yeah,
Because the thing is, I still find like not all of them, or I wouldn't even say most of them. I still find like a certain sect of non-PC jokes. I still find them like entertaining.
I just don't say jokes at work.
No, me neither. No,
Also-
never.
Yeah, you know, continue.
But it's like such a weird like gray area where I understand it's bad, but because I understand it's bad, I think it's funny, like the absurdity of it. I understand it's like doing no harm, and it's like literally there's no tinge of truth to it. Like if you understand the place that they're coming from, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I also feel like people are especially now on that whole thing of like, you know, microaggressions.
Yeah.
Like how just like having that
Thanks, Twitter and Tumblr.
built-in.
Well, it's Tumblr kicked off a bunch of people for the porn thing, and everybody else was like, oh, Tumblr sucks either way. So then they all moved to Twitter. So then Twitter became even more of like a super like
Cesspool.
neo-progressive.
Yeah.
Cesspool.
But I just
Yeah.
like that internalized whatever it may be, sexism, homophobia, whatever.
Yeah.
Through those jokes, some people are.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen
is,
that.
Like
Yeah.
that's perpetuating it. You know.
Yeah.
That by you joking about rape or sexism, you are saying it's okay.
Okay, I don't
Yeah.
see any rape jokes.
I do. I've seen them.
Where the fuck are you checking out your jokes?
I mean,
bro?
just
I don't
like
know.
Just like
I've
like
just
you've
heard 'em.
heard them, like you've heard like these certain
No,
jokes.
I tell rape jokes. I don't listen to other people's rape jokes.
Anyway, but stuff like that, and it's like I get,
What, Dane? Say it to my face.
No, I don't know.
it's like I get where there's people that are saying these microaggressions are wrong. I get where they're coming from.
Yeah, like I that's the thing is I understand both sides,
But
I don't think either side has a definite right answer. I think comedy needs to stay in this weird gray area to like
Yeah.
cuz comedy to be comedy has to be offensive in some way. It doesn't have to be like extremely or even like to a general audience. Like there was a comic who made fun of people who enjoyed doing hot air balloons. And he said after a show, he had some people come up and be like, "Excuse me? Your joke about hot air balloons were very inoffensive. We're hot air balloon enthusiasts, and we would kindly ask you to never tell those jokes again. It's fun, it's active, like all like trying to
Yeah.
that kind of thing. When hot air balloonists are quite a bit different from racism.
Yeah. From minority.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of minority.
yeah. But at the same time, it's like the best jokes are the ones that are edgy, but they tell a weird like
Well, the best jokes are the ones you're not supposed to say.
yeah.
It's like,
Well,
if you say what, quote, everyone's thinking but doesn't want to say, that shocks people and they're like, whoa, what the fuck?
yeah.
Well, that's I feel like what is happening now is that comedy has become harder to do for a lot of reasons because you have to be a lot smarter with the joke.
Well, that's the thing. To excel in comedy, I'd agree. Well, I feel like it's always been hard to excel in comedy,
Dude.
but now I
there's
think
some-
stand up.
There's some unfunny comedians.
Oh, that's what I mean. Is to excel in like in an artistic standpoint. Financially, it's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah.
Where it's like
You just have to
anybody can
have,
get their own special at this point.
like, you don't have to be funny, you just have to be likable.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, this person doesn't say anything bad and they smile.
yeah.
So let's put them on.
Give them a Netflix special.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just what was I gonna say about the but like a I think a really really good joke, like a joke that stands kind of the test of time, is a joke that is yes edgy and not like PC in the most like explicit literal sense, but in not being fully politically correct, it's like it reverts itself into saying some truths that are politically correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's not like
Or like it's just like a weird, like really messed up, like morally correct philosophical lesson
I feel
and like
like-
a joke.
like I was saying before, like in a way, past comedy was quote unquote easier because you could say like very racist things.
Yeah.
It was
You
funny.
can go up on stage
Well,
and be like,
to them,
women, am I right?
Yeah, you could say like
Boomer humor.
You'd be like, women in driving or something
Yeah.
like stupid like that. And now it's like, dude, you can't do that.
Well, I feel like at the same time, if that's kind of the same thing where now you have the super duper PC comics who were like, oh yeah, I went to the store today. What's up with that? And like that's their whole joke is it's just really poor observational humor. Is it's the same side of this. It's two sides of the same coin. Where it's like you have like the super racist, bigoted comics who were like, hey, making fun of minorities and like actually believing it. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same coin of like somebody who's like, I'm not that good at comedy, but I'm really successful. It's like they're both really successful, but they're just appealing to their audience at that specific time instead of actually being forward thinking in comedy.
Yeah.
I
I think one of the only comics that I can think of that like okay, well, Bo Burnham is like SS.
It's very specific. I want to
Very-
say I'd say he's A tier.
In my opinion, he's SS tier.
I've heard, yeah.
This is my opinion of it.
I can see it. Yeah.
And then another one would be John Mulaney. He doesn't really talk about anything like he just talks about his own life experience and it's like stuff that like everyone can relate to in
Yeah.
a way, but it's not things that are like this group. It's not like the problem becomes like when you're pointing at a certain group and you're saying, "See, look at them. They're bad."
Yeah.
something. Or it's like they're the butt of the joke.
Yeah. Where
So,
I think Dave Chappelle is still like the best comedian
I think
around.
a lot of comedians now are like, I need to put politics on either side in my act.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but I just don't find political jokes funny.
Yeah, political
almost
humor.
ever.
Political humor is not
I think
funny.
there's only one case of political jokes being funny, and that's on r/political compass memes.
Yeah.
Because they all realize who fucking cares.
Yeah.
It's all a bunch of bullshit anyway.
Yeah.
But the people who are like standing up there and are like, I need to make jokes that make liberals look good, or I need to make jokes that make conservatives look good, is like, dude, that shouldn't be your goal.
Yeah.
Although I do find Hassan Abi pretty funny.
I haven't seen much of his. I watched Aziz Ansari's, one of his specials, the one that was it's directed by Spike Jonze, who you guys don't know, but he's a really famous cinematographer.
Is he the black guy?
No, it's Spike Lee.
Okay. Spike Lee is the New Yorker.
Yeah, I think they're both New Yorkers.
Okay.
Spike Jonze,
I've heard of
he
it, but I
directed
don't know.
Her.
I need to watch Her, dude.
It's pretty good. It was actually one of my favorite movies of all time for a while, and then I was like, oh, I'm not that lonely and horny, and then it wasn't.
Scarlett Johansson, just her voice just does.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
would say Lost in Translation, Scarlett Johansson is hotter, but she's 17 in that movie, so.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Opening shot is just her and it's just her butt. Great movie.
Speaking of butts, Chun-Li's ass.
But, am I right,
Pretty
guys?
awesome.
All right,
guys.
guys.
I have to
You
pee
know
so
the-
bad, but we got 10 more minutes.
We've been talking about this has been a good podcast so far.
Yeah.
I do like it.
It's a little
feel like-
more.
I feel like our past few
little
podcasts
more
have actually been
serious.
pretty good.
Yeah. We're definitely getting a groove. This one has been definitely more serious.
Let's talk about how good our
But-
podcast is on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's just really
this
just
is
stroke our own ego.
Just like I'm
Let's just squeeze our
stroking
balls
my
about it.
cock. Dude, I don't know how you squeeze your balls when you come. Because I have very sensitive balls.
Oh, yeah, he does too, probably. but
That's what
he
makes
just
it
finds
awesome.
pleasure.
But like, oh,
We were talking about perspective this whole podcast, Nate.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm trying to get his perspective. So will you let me
You're a
get his
comms
perspective?
major,
I
dude.
think it's got to be something like, your balls are trying to make you come, but when you're squeezing, they're like trying extra hard to make you come. That
So-
might be why it feels so awesome.
So do you squeeze
I
like
can't take it anymore.
like,
I have to
the
pee
top
so
of
bad.
the sack, or do you squeeze like from the bottom?
You guys just talk about squeezing balls for the next 2 minutes.
No, I just like apply pressure to the nuts themselves.
Like in which way? Like which way would your hand be though? Like this? Like sideways? Like what?
When I got my cock in my right hand,
Okay.
my left hand is pushing my balls against my thigh really hard.
Like this? Or
No,
just with your
like
fingers?
my fingers, my index, like my pointer and middle finger
Okay.
are crushing my balls against my legs.
So would you be into a girl smashing you? Like smashing your nuts?
It would have to be a gradual thing. She couldn't just like punch me in the nuts.
Yeah.
But if she was like slowly, increasing pressure on it, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if. Hold on.
Nate's trying to find a dominatrix for me, guys.
I'm a good friend. What can I say?
Oh shit.
Let's see. What did she say? She said that would be super cool, but no, I'm not. Haha.
Damn. Now I'm sad again. I'm not horny anymore. I'm just sad. I need to go come to make myself feel better.
Yeah. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time, guys.
I feel like,
There's a tall, muscular woman out there who's willing to crush my nuts.
dude, for sure. For sure. Oh my god.
Someone asked me what my type was at work in front of like 5 people, and I very proudly said tall, muscular women.
CrossFit, dude.
And the short guy was like, I can't do it. I can't handle women who are taller than me. I just could never date a woman who's taller than me. And I said, I would literally trade you height right now.
How tall is he?
He's like your height.
Huh. I
think he might be a little bit taller.
because that's the thing is I'm 5'5", but I've stood next to a 5'5" person like at work when I did work, and I was like, I'm taller than this guy.
He's probably like 5'2", but like
Yeah,
wants to be 5'5".
And it's funny too because I never I've been friends with you for a while now, and I never really noticed my height until I started dating Cody. Because I was like, oh, like it's a thing that like girls usually prefer taller dudes.
Oh, you think so?
Except Dane,
Dane is upset.
Dane and I. Dane, she's not a dominatrix.
Oh, she isn't?
No.
Did she reply?
Yeah,
She did.
she said,
She said it would be awesome if she was, but she isn't.
Really?
yeah, and I was like, I just quoted, "Damn, my friend."
She's gonna think it's
She
you.
thinks it's just you.
Dude, I don't care. I never talked to this person. I don't know.
Do you know her IRL, or is it just on your explore page?
I met her from Tinder,
Oh,
and then
okay.
proceeded to talk to her once, and then never talked to her again.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it's like I don't care.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's just like, oh, good meme.
It was a
Good meme for me. It was
meme for
funny,
Israel.
and there was the possibility
Yeah.
that she would crush my balls. So.
But she will not. So
Did you like the meme that I sent where it was like, "Sorry for manspreading. Would you
yeah, that was
crush my
awesome.
ball?"
That was
yeah,
awesome.
I did
dude.
see that. That was awesome.
I think that you would appreciate the Santa Barbara women's volleyball team. I think that when you go there, you should definitely. I have some contacts there that
My eyebrows have been raised.
that do know them, and maybe they are in. One of them is into that. You know, you never know.
Maybe one of them will crush my nuts.
Yeah, or maybe I feel like that's definitely more of a basketball thing, but who knows? Like a women's basketball.
Oh my god. Women's baseball? I love a good baseball
softball?
uniform on a woman.
Softball?
It's what the same thing. Who cares?
Well, I
My
don't know.
cousin almost went into professional softball. He had like a full ride scholarship to university, and then literally the day before first practice, he was like, "I'm gonna drop out of college and learn how to smoke weed."
Learn how to
Learn
smoke
how to
weed.
smoke
Yeah.
weed.
And then she became a communist and started making jewelry. And then she was like, "Actually, no, I'm gonna become a right wing, like
That was a very hard turn.
skepticist." Yeah, hard.
That so QAnon type beat.
What is QAnon? I actually
know.
haven't
It's
looked
just-
much into it.
I don't know either much, but I just know that it's basically conspiracy theories online.
Not like that deep, but at
just-
Thanksgiving she was like, "Oh, like," because we like my whole family was like, "Oh, the election was, I don't know if it was super legit," and I was like, "Okay, that's
I don't think any election's been legit in the past 40 years.
well," but she was, yeah, they were just going on about that, and I was like, "Okay, whatever," just like dumb like Fox News kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then my cousin was like, "Yeah," and then I was watching the Rose Bowl, and it was all about 5G this, 5G that. What do you guys think about 5G? And then everybody was like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
a
glad
little
they shut her
sad.
down with that.
Dude, you know who Candace Owens is?
Yeah,
No.
the token
That's so
black lady
so
on the right.
stupid. So stupid. Like I
Yeah.
just listening to be fair, this is all major news outlets are like this.
Yeah.
They just word vomit and and they're just kind of playing like word ad lib with like fucking topics. They're like, race, stuff, you know.
I'm fine, like it just feels so much like a tokenist kind of example where it's like, look, we have somebody who's a minority.
Yeah, and she's a woman, look.
She's a woman too.
Oh, she's fucking crazy and has no like actual good points. But she's black, guys.
Yeah,
She's
I don't know.
fucking
I
stupid.
just don't care. I am not a straight ticket voter. I just feel what feels right in my heart. So I'm not for either or side.
Just
I'm,
vote accelerationist. Just speed us up right to our doom.
Oh, I was listening to a book today and I heard a really good explanation about globalism, because I think about it and it's like the idea of globalism is most likely at within, I don't know about the very near future, but it is inevitable at a certain point, I feel.
I don't
Like
think
there will
so.
always be subcultures that reform.
I think we would need like aliens. I think we would need like to come into contact with like another race of intelligent beings to be like, okay, hold the fuck up. We can't be busy dividing ourselves right now.
Yeah.
That's when I think like an inevitable globalism would happen.
Yeah.
But for now, I don't think globalism can happen. There's just too many places that are just way too vastly different.
That's true.
Like China and America,
Yeah.
for example.
Or even like China and Russia, where it's like
Right. Or even China and Japan right next to each other.
Korea and Japan.
Even closer.
Yeah.
Right. Or
North Korea and South Korea.
right. It's just like there's too many people who want power for there to be globalism, let alone healthy globalism.
Yeah. But, okay, so this is the point about globalism where, I think it's neither a good or a bad thing. Like, I think it is like a weird positive projection, but at the same time, it's regressive at the same time, where it's like I wouldn't concede it as a positive thing because that assumes that like there's only one true culture that we all form into, and that's going to be the best culture, which I don't think is true at all. Like, I think every culture has some like positive thing about it. But in the book that I was listening to, it was talking about globalism in the music industry. And what globalism does is it makes everything wider, but it flattens it out. Like, it kind of removes all definition from each, like, where the thing came from. Mm-hmm. It just takes like the one single aspect and is like, this looks good, slap it on in. Kind of makes it in like just kind of a basic kind of pancake.
Right.
I think it also depends on how you define, how you define globalism in the sense of what policies does globalism entail?
Yeah.
Is it like we all use the same currency? Is there like a global language that we all speak?
Yeah.
Well, I would assume you want to like check all the marks where it's like global government, global currency, global language.
Yeah.
But I think like even still, we can't even have a whole country under the same laws without having problems.
Yeah.
That's why every state is different, and that's why every
I guess it wouldn't.
prefecture in Japan is different.
Yeah.
Like that's why Britain doesn't make the laws in France is because they're just different places.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
That's kind of like it's kind of like the very, very watered down version of conservative theory is like the local population determines what is best for their
Yeah.
Right.
people.
I don't know if that's watered down. I think that's just technically the base of conservative theory,
that's
but
what I meant.
it's grown past
Yeah, yeah.
that.
It's like at the very base, it's like small government.
Yeah.
kind of. And it's just like the government, like for example, the government.
Well,
of our
it's
city-
Republican technically as local government, isn't it?
I don't.
I
know.
would say
Republic.
probably yeah, because they're
Yeah.
Republicans are more focused on representation.
Yeah.
Which I get. That's the thing is like I think that makes sense, but I also think that there does need to be certain things that we are all entitled to and we should all get. I just think
Right. Like the right to being alive. I think that's, pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Nestle over here like,
I think
water
we're
is
talking
not a
about
human
different
right.
things, Nate. You're talking about rights. I'm talking about laws,
Yeah.
which are different.
Yes, but I feel like there should be laws in place for certain things, like healthcare.
Yeah,
stuff.
like murder being illegal in every state.
Okay. Yes. Well, that's like something that, like, as a general population, we've all agreed upon.
I know. That's one of the very few things that everyone in the world can agree upon. And even some people still don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Politics.
I don't want to get into it. Like the thing is,
I'll say, I
have-
don't care.
I don't have a lot of knowledge of politics, and I feel bad about that. I feel bad about that basically.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when I try to talk about it, I just don't have knowledge to talk about it.
That's the thing is it's either nobody knows and I just know about as much as everybody else, but I'm not vocal about it, or people generally know more than me, which I feel like isn't true.
Because some people do. Some people do know quite a lot.
No, I don't mean it as like an egotistic
I know,
thing.
but that's it just reminded me of like the why monkeys never ask questions. It's because they just assume they know everything, and that no one else can know anything that they don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the opposite of egotism where it's like, we're all dumb. We all don't know anything. But some people assume that they do, so they're more vocal about it. Obviously, some people do know more about politics, but the thing is also, apparently, people who study philosophy are statistically not more likely to be a more morally correct person because morals are so like technically undefined. Like it varies from person to person.
Right. You can only really rely on objective good and evil, like killing is bad. But again, even still, those parts are like some people, they know that and they just say, fuck
It's
it.
not
Because
fully
there's
black
always
and
like
white.
that gray area. Because then there's the death penalty.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Right.
Where it's like,
Or
to me, it's like,
some people are just born and they just, I don't get why killing's bad. And they start killing small animals. And people are like, hey, what the fuck? You can't do that. It's like,
Yeah.
well, why?
why not?
I have the power to do so, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Yeah. It's like, this is a thing that I was thinking about, you know, like an homophobia in the world where it was, you know, like it based in Christianity, it was like from scripture, possibly mistranslation, possibly not, you know, another gray area.
yeah, that's the thing is the Bible's been translated so many times.
So many times.
There's so many things that we
But the
don't-
thing is like, well, it's not just the Bible. Well, the Quran uses the Old Testament as well, just like Judaism. So they must have pulled that from. So you have Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. So you have the Abrahamic religions. But what about places like China or Japan, or you know some country, India that doesn't, Hinduism that doesn't have like Abrahamic origins that are also generally homophobic. Like, was that from Christian missionaries possibly spreading it? But why would they take that one aspect?
What happened is like
Because the Romans were pretty pro-gay, weren't they?
it was
I don't know how true
it was
that
the
is.
Greeks and Romans were like pretty whatever about it.
Yeah, because they had a trans god, didn't they? Technically.
Well, they had Hermaphrodite.
Yeah,
Who was just
Hermaphrodite.
born as both, I believe.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, Nero, the emperor, was like, I want to fuck every single woman in my country who looks like my wife. And everyone's like, okay. So they rounded up all of the women that looked like his wife, and he said, that guy, cut his dick off. He looks like my wife.
Did this happen?
Yes, this is true.
Nero was crazy.
But I think what happened was like after the fall of like the Roman Empire and you know, ancient Greece and all that shit, at least in our I say our because we're from Europe, in our corner of the world, we were like, hey, being gay doesn't provide offspring, so we need to prevent being gay.
Yeah.
And I think that's where like that stems from. And then it just took us a long time to be like, hey,
Vsauce.
do we still care about that?
Yeah. That's actually, I think there's a comedian who was like, humans have surpassed the need. Humans are such a peak species that we've passed the need to evolve where being gay is acceptable, where that's gone against every purpose of evolution ever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, having a homosexual relationship provides no like conception or offspring technically.
Well, I think I heard something about
That's neither good nor bad.
I heard some because homosexuals have been around forever.
Yeah.
I've always been
Since
gay
people have been horny.
Since people have existed, there have been gay people, and part of it was that they were necessary for survival. I'm not sure what the exact reason, but it has something to do with caregiving and empathy. How generally homosexual people are more empathetic, and so they were able to kind of be that bridge between men and women, and women to men, etc. Like how they were like, hey,
That's an interesting
we are a
theory.
guy, but we can understand these women, kind of. And so that's like socially, it was like they were evolving. They were necessary for evolution as like society.
That's actually pretty cool.
For societal evolution versus
Yes,
physical
that's what I meant.
evolution.
Yeah. Yeah, societal evolution humans are still going for, but
But then society turned on them for some reason.
you know.
Because then we're producing offspring.
Yeah, where it became more
Actually isn't always the case because some people just married women and had kids with them, and then when they could, they slept with their boyfriends.
yeah.
It's just anyway. I'll look into that more so I can come back and.
No, you won't. You'll forget.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think it sounds pretty cool though.
But yeah.
we should all shut up now.
Yeah, it's
I never want to talk to you guys ever again.
okay.
All right.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.